These lasses have an appointment with the Second Sea Lord. What's it about? The Maritime Change Programme. When do the changes kick in? Not till 2014. So why are we hearing about it now? And why are we on HMS Victory?
So we're here to talk about the future of the Royal Navy. Do you think it's strange that we're doing it on board HMS Victory?
Well, not at all. Victory's 250 years old now, and of course the Navy's greatness is partly because it keeps moving with the times.
Sir, the Maritime Change Programme, what is the big plan?
It's about how is the Navy in future going to base its ships, look after its people, and organise the support for its ships and submarines.
What does this mean for Portsmouth, Plymouth and Faslane?
Portsmouth really becomes the home of the surface fleet. Devonport, down in Plymouth, becomes the home of the amphibious fleet, plus, at the beginning at least, some surface ships, Type 23s in particular, and it remains also the nuclear refitting base. The biggest change, I think, happens between Devonport and Faslane. Faslane becomes the only port from which we'll run operational submarines.
We've heard a lot about defence cuts recently. Is that what the programme's about?
No, it's not. This is really a decision that's been driven by the Navy itself, and this is all about really just getting modern. We've been spending too much money on pretty wasteful practices in the past. We've had capacity for repairs in one place and a second place and sometimes even a third place. That cannot make sense. It cannot be efficient.
In the long run, will this be good for naval families?
If we now base our ships and submarines such that you can pretty much count on the fact that as a submariner you're going to be in Faslane, if you're surface fleet frigate and destroyer you're largely going to be in Portsmouth, if you're an amphib or a Royal Marine landing craftsman you're going to be in Devonport. You can put your roots down there, stay there, and you know that for most of your career at least you'll have family life, they can be stable, and frankly that's what people want. We're doing this now, or announcing this now, giving people 5 full years to think about it before we make actually the first move. So people can think about their futures, they think about where they want to live and how they want to run their lives.
Are you going to provide any new or refurbished accommodation for the families that do choose to move areas?
That's a really good question, and I know that in this breathing space of 5 years I've got to come up with a plan that puts all the right accommodation and all the right personnel support infrastructure like sports facilities, health facilities. They've got to be in place, ready for people to move into. It's a lot to do, but I'm determined to sort it out.
I caught up with Caroline and Jess after their meeting. How was it for them?
No, it doesn't really affect me, but I feel that families that it will affect will feel a lot happier about the stability that the Navy is going to give within the change.
In hindsight, yeah, it is best to know rather than 4 years down the line and a year before it happens telling people that all of a sudden they're going to be moving. That is too soon, so yeah.
They've got 5 years of dripping to do, haven't they?
Yeah.
Before it does actually happen, because it's going to be dripping.
There'll be more on this in future 2/6s, particularly on support for families who'll be affected by the changes.